welcome back. Story time. Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York. We are on night 10 with our beloved Muse, who is getting into the thick of it. We got lots going on. Lots and lots. So, our choices for tonight's imminent fuckery are going to be our last new friend. Oh, I'm lagging. That's unfortunate. Let's figure out what the problem is there. One moment. Sorry, y'all. Gotta get the boss involved. Oh. Let's free up some thoughts and prayers for my computer. Dots and pairs, dots and pairs. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Bloom. Thank you for being my very first like VIP. I wish I knew how to award you VIP in my channel, or if I could without being an affiliate, but you're wonderful, so I'm more than happy to wait. Alright. Looks like my computer has had her hissy fit, and maybe we can move on, possibly. Maybe. There we go. Yes. Return to me my blessed frame rates. Looks like we're good. Let me lubricate. Alright. So, choices are going to meet new friend, going to talk to knockoff Edward Cullen, the nosy reporter's back, going to see Hope's boss, which should be helping with the murders, going to do a favor for Tamika. So, I think since we've gotten into the thick of it with everybody else, the only person who is actually a respectable friend that we were supposed to meet is Agathon. He's the only one that we were actually supposed to make friends with, and we put him off. So, I think now is as good a time as any to meet our blood sorcerer friend. So, his quest is, it's a kind of magic. Sophie's mention of a vampire clan of blood sorcerers sparked my attention. One of them, Agathon, could potentially be my introduction into the bizarre powers of the Tremere. So let's see if our blood sorcerer friend adds any more spice to our currently very fucking spicy quest list here. I arrive at the address given to me by Sophie, a small bookstore smack dab in the middle of Broadway, of all places. What really catches me off guard, though, is the store's display. From what I've heard about the Tremere, they're infamous for their ties to the occult and the mystical. And yet now, looking at the oddball collection of items in the display window, it all feels borderline satirical. The books here cover everything from Ayurvedic practices and homeopathy to wellness and self motivation. The vaguely amusing juxtapositions don't end there, though. I notice a copy of Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible tucked behind a cheap, smiling Buddha. A scientific journal on hematology sits next to a teen oriented pamphlet on the blood type personality theory. A number of religious and quasi religious symbols, lockets, pins, and various emblazoned paraphernalia are haphazardly strewn across the display between the tomes. Before I even open the door, I can smell the burning incense and hear the corny, Far East tinged music seeping through the crackling speaker mounted above the entrance. It's much more quaint than what I expected from what Sophie told me about the so called warlocks. Doesn't look like they have much interest in impressing the outsiders. Then again, if there's anything I've learned these past few nights, it's that appearances can be deceiving. At this time of night, the shop appears to be closed. Regardless, I ring the bell. I hear someone shuffling around inside. A brief moment later, the latch slides and the door is pushed open just a few inches. A tired looking blonde in loose clothes appears in the crack. She seems confused, like I just woke her up. She lets out a yawn and scratches at her neck. Finally, she squints in my general direction. Her pierced lip curves into an awkward smile. So, choices are, is Agathon in? I'm here for occult advice. Or, got anything on vampires? It's a little late to be fucking around like that, but what do you guys think? Any opinions? Type your choice in 1, 2, or 3. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Got your hot cuppa or your beverage? Straight to the point, Gloom. I'm looking for a guy named Agathon. Is he around? I ask. She gives me a suspicious look over, but opens the door. She takes a few steps back, and I hear footsteps coming from behind a floral curtain that covers the back door. A bespectacled, smart looking woman emerges and comes straight at me. Is her. Come in and follow me. Just don't touch anything, please. I follow her through the store. Inside, as expected, the stuffy air smells of sandalwood, frankincense, and a dozen other aromas. The woman leads me behind the curtain and through the back door onto a rickety staircase. A flight of steps takes me up to the second story. I instantly notice the change in decor, as the tacky New Age bookstore gives way to something resembling a cross between a library and a workshop. The smell here is strong, too, but much more layered. I'm not sure quite what to make of it at first, but with each whiff, it becomes apparent. It's blood. The aroma, though, it's subtle at first, and soon becomes overpowering. It takes me a moment to adapt and focus. Aisling Sturbridge, everybody. We met her before. I do have a fondness for her. Alright. I don't think you know who you're speaking with. So an introduction is in order. My name is Aisling Sturbridge, and I am the High Regent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs. You're Muse, correct? I have to say, you're lucky to. The ward outside the building is only there for notifications tonight. Otherwise, it would have been quite unpleasant. To answer your question, Agathon is here, but he's hard at work, and I wouldn't want to disturb him. Am I to understand that this is a social visit? All right. So, our choices are: how do you know who I am? High Regent. Sounds important. Or hiding above in a cult bookstore? Really? Obviously. Who wouldn't want to hide above an occult bookstore? I want an occult bookstore. I live in an occult bookstore. It's my home. It's just not for sale in here. So, what do you guys think? One or two? Limiting your options this time. Exactly. Not gonna attack this woman about her home, his home, whose ever home this might be. Try not to insult anyone tonight. Man, we should have channel points for that one. What day would I make it to affiliate? What? Oh, shit. How do you know who I am? I have had several drinks. I went out of my home tonight, so I apologize if I am doing buffoonery over here, like dropping my shit constantly. So, apologies. Wait, how do you know who I am? I ask. Well, for one thing, knowing who's in the city is one of my duties as High Regent. But more importantly, you've been on the mind of many a kindred since Langley took you in. It's quite a precedent, as I'm sure that you know. A first under Prince Panhard, specifically, and for Sophie to be the one to do it. Well, that's curiouser and curiouser. Still, I'm sure you haven't come here to look for dirt on your sire. That would be unwise. So, my choices are: I made me uncomfortable. I want to leave. God. Uh, Sophie mentioned Agathon to me. I was expecting to find Agathon here, and I heard good things about Agathon. Ah! So, I apologize if I burst anybody's ears. I don't know how my EQ is when I get loud. God, this game's more stressful than the last one. I feel like the middle one isn't really a good option. Because obviously I was expecting to find him here. He is here. He's working. She doesn't want me to bother him. She wants to question me instead. Oh, good. I'm glad that when I get loud, it's not too bad. So, yeah. I feel like one is the safe option. I agree with you, Gloom. Because I don't want to say I heard good things, because then it's going to seem like somebody was talking out of school about, like, what kind of, like, good shit he might know, and then she might be like, nah, you can't be friends. Because that's his sire, Aisling. So, and I don't know what everybody's beef is with Sophie at this stage. So, she's my sire. She told me not to ask for dirt on my sire, so I can be like, well, Sophie told me to be friends. try. Sophie suggested that I meet Agathon. She said he's quite knowledgeable. Did she now? Aisling looks me up and down. Her countenance seems unchanged, but I can tell that she's judging what I just said. That's new. Suddenly, a man enters from a side room. He doesn't even look at me, lost in his own thoughts. I have it, Aisling. I think I know how to find it. He catches himself as he notices me, and his face turns sour. A visitor. Yes, we were just discussing you, in fact. Is that so? Fucking yikes on 10,000 bikes, I wanna leave. This is the worst. By far, it's the, least outwardly hostile greeting so far, but inwardly very fucking hostile. And I'm stressed about it, y'all. I don't know. Maybe it's just my anxiety, but I'm stressed about it today. Alright. So, choices are Sophie Langley recommended you. I'm looking for allies. Let me introduce myself. Yeah, no, it's not warm and fuzzy. I don't feel welcome. I don't like it. This isn't going very well. I feel like let me introduce myself is the best. Yeah, it's redundant, but I agree that it's like polite, like, hey dude, like, hi, I was here to meet you and this feels weird now. Yeah. I don't know, everybody's real pissed about my presence, so fuck it. Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muse. I've been told you might be interested in teaming up. Teaming up. He seems very confused by the notion. What for? Shit, y'all. Alright, so choices are, I could assist you in your work. For the company. What else? I could use your knowledge. Like, fuck yeah, obviously. He clearly knows more than me just by existing. For the company, I could assist you in your work. Gloom is like, just get to it. 3. You told me not to offend people. Alright, let's see where we go with 3. You seemed very sure. Well, I could use your knowledge. I'm new here, and a scholar like you could teach me a lot, I imagine. You're not wrong. He turns to Aisling. High Regent, may I ask your advice on this? She looks me over, as if judging my worth. It takes her just long enough to make me feel uncomfortable. This whole fucking situation makes me feel uncomfortable. Very discomforted things. Actually, my child, I would consider giving this one a chance to prove their worth. Oh? He sounds genuinely surprised. She addresses me. I am trying to understand why Langley took an interest in you, Muse, and I might have caught a glimpse of her reasoning. I think you may be of aid to Agathon in his current task. Why don't you start by giving our intern here a brief explanation of what it is exactly you're after? Oh, thank you for the follow, Ghostwalker Gaming. Welcome. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Welcome to the shed. Yes, Drip Squad, baby. Drip Squad has been good to me. Love spreading that Drip Squad love. Agathon gives Aisling a hesitant look, but the woman nods approvingly. Encouraged, he turns towards me. Ooh, you were playing Forza? How is it? I've never been any good at the Forza games. A member of our clan disappeared without a trace a handful of nights ago, he states. While the High Regent investigates if any foul play was involved, I have been tasked with recovering her research notes. If there's anything left to recover, that is. I may have an idea of where to start looking, and I suppose this is where you come in. If you truly wish to help, I could use your assistance tonight. Right now, in fact. Given the time we've just wasted on this idle chatter, I should leave immediately. Oh, he's not here for the bullshit. Alright, so my choices are, what's that research about? Who's the missing person? And what's the rush? So, you're welcome to make a choice if you like. 1, 2, or 3. While I take a sip here. Yeah, unfortunately, Among Us did not work tonight. A couple of our regulars were out with other matters, so hopefully we'll get to it at another point. Well, thanks for coming on through, Ghostwalker. Do you stream often? Are you a variety streamer? What do you like to stream? What's your favorite type of game? Alright. So, I feel like asking who the missing person is important. He already told me it's a clan member. What's the research about? Might be a little forward and asking too many questions. Thank you so much. Yes, affiliate push. We're gonna get there. I appreciate the love. You're right. It might be one of the murdered people. Let's check it out. And the missing kindred. Who is she? I ask. A single glance at Aisling is enough. I can tell I'm not getting an answer. At least, not for now. Oh yeah, variety streamer and music producer on stream. Oh, that's cool, Ghostwalker. What type of music? We're after her research. That's what you should focus on, Agathon states. These people aren't in the habit of making things simple. Facing layers upon layers of secrecy, I can only hope that what lies beneath is the real deal. I'm heading out. Are you coming or not? Yeah, of course I'm going. course. I need to know what's going on. Sure, I'll join you. Very well. He gives Aisling a slight bow. High Regent, with your permission. She nods. Hi, Novad! Oh my goodness! Hello, welcome, welcome! How are you doing? Before you go, however, Muse, defer to Agathon in all things. Our clan values obedience above everything else. Prove that you can follow, and this might turn into a mutually beneficial relationship. I will await his return and his report. Good luck, my child. Agathon bows again and heads out, urging me to follow. The High Regent watches us leave. I am having a really good stream. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough for our Among Us Monday, so I am doing story time tonight instead of Wednesday. I'll still be doing it Wednesday because I need to know all about this tea. So everything's going pretty good tonight. I'm glad you like it. I do voices for all of the characters, so I can't promise they're great, but I try to make it spicy. Outside, Agathon leads me to his car. It's almost funny seeing him get behind a wheel. Somehow I'd expected a more mystical means of transportation. We drive south, heading to the Lower East Side. Agathon seems lost in thought. Either that, or he's a very careful driver. Either way, several minutes pass in silence. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for stopping by my humble little story time. All right, so I can ask him some questions if I want. So where are we going? So the High Regent is your sire, or I can remain quiet. So the other questions seem a little irrelevant, so I'm going to make the choice on this one. Where are we going? So, where are we going? I ask. Williamsburg. There's a place there that our missing colleague frequented often. He seems to be thinking of the right words before he decides to address me again. Oh my goodness, thank you. I've been working on my voice acting. One of my partners gifted me a masterclass subscription, so I've been taking the voice acting classes and I feel like they've been helping. Let me ask you something. Why me? There's likely a couple hundred of us kindred in New York. Yet you seek me out, specifically. Why? So, my choices are Sophie, who is my sire, spoke highly of you. You sounded interesting. Dunno, just gave it a shot. I don't know. So, my sire did indeed send me here. So, they appreciate fealty. That's not necessarily a bad choice. You sounded interesting. He did, but I left him for last. 'Cause not as interesting as Manic Pixie Dream Techno Bitch, and definitely not as interesting as Feral Hot Girl in Prospect Park. So, one. So, yes, also, this is an interactive stream, so if you'd like to help me make the choices, you can choose 1, 2, or 3 as your choice. Put it in the chat. Well, for one, Sophie spoke highly of you. She gave me a short list of people to meet, and you were on it, I state, very matter of factly. I see, he says. Once more, he grows silent. I'm unsure whether to continue prying as my driver seems to disappear into his thoughts. We drive into Williamsburg and stop by a fancy looking building. We're here. There's a restaurant on the top floor. You wanted to help, so here's your chance. I need you to get us inside the VIP lobby. I recognize the place. It's where I was embraced a mere few nights back. Funny how this restaurant is apparently a vampire magnet. Once we're in, I need about a half an hour of focus and some space. It'll be up to you to keep attention away from me in the room. Can you do it? He doesn't wait for an answer and points to the door. Go ahead. I'm right behind you. Comforting. Comforting. The two of us take the elevator up to the restaurant. The door opens, and I see that there are only a few guests left, sitting at their tables. An important-looking staff member approaches me. Good evening. I'm very sorry, but the restaurant is closing for the night. I can make a reservation for next week if you wish. So, choices are, we're location scouting. I am the special kind of client. Or I can choose to dominate him. Let us in. We insist. I don't know if I should, go balls out quite yet. Because I was embraced here. I'm pretty sure this dude knows what's up. Alright, y'all think one? We're going for it. Hey, we're not your regular customers. In fact, we're location scouting for a movie. We'll just take a quick look around and then we're gone, I say, as smoothly as I possibly can. No, I'm sorry. We're not interested in being featured in a movie. I will have to ask you to look elsewhere. I would suggest Smith and Walensky or the 21 Club. Wow. That pushed us to another set of choices. Come on, man. Give us a break. I don't know if that's gonna fly. I can presence him. It's fine. We can come in. Which feels a little more gentle than the dominate did. Or this is an outrage. I don't think we need to cause a scene. You told me not to offend anybody tonight. You want me to pick one, though? Really? What y'all think? Bloom got on board. Alright. We're gonna get with the shit. Hey, it's all good. We can come in. We'll be in the VIP lobby. It won't take long. I make sure to catch his eye. The man blinks, and a confused smile appears on his face. Yeah, of course. Not a problem. Please, come right in. walk in, trying to look casual, and I make my way towards the VIP lobby. I step inside and I close the door behind me. This is a familiar sight, the same place as where I had my last meal as a mortal. Strange. I should feel something, but the lavishly decorated room almost looks plain to me. My companion looks at me with something akin to admiration, or at least that's how I choose to interpret the slight change in his usual somber facade. Not bad. Not bad at all. He inspects the room. It's unusually cold, and Agathon soon discovers why. Looking behind the curtain, a window hangs open. The handle and lock look like they've been dissolved, as if with acid. God damn it, Juno. All right. So, choices are what's with the window? Who's Juno? Looks like she's gone. That one's fucking obvious. Of course she's fucking gone. What's with the window? It's been dissolved with fucking acid. So, who's Juno? Who's Juno? How about I tell you some other time? He takes a frantic look around the room. Juno must be important. This changes things. Keep an eye on the door. I'll need some time. Half an hour at the very least. Nobody disturbs me. Understand? He's upset. He hastily pushes a couch and some potted plants out of the way, moves a bar stool, and takes out a curved knife. Cutting into his own arm, he lets some of his blood drip onto the wooden floor. It's pretty fucked up, the way his flesh oozes the deep, red, thick vitae. In life, I'd have found the sight stomach churning, but right now I feel weirdly turned on. What follows is even more disturbing. With one hand, he sheathes the knife and seals the wound. With the other, he smears the blood around him while muttering some weird chant. It sounds vaguely Latin, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. It's all more than a little disconcerting, but he seems to know what he's doing. A few moments later, the circle starts glowing, faintly, as thin wisps of smoke surround him. He sits down in the middle, legs crossed, eyes closed. Minutes pass. Agathon's face twitches from time to time, and his head turns every now and then, as if he was looking around or listening in on a conversation. The smoke grows thicker, forming a veil around the mage. I expected something more flashy, but it's still a sight to behold. I wonder what the point of it is, but I refrain from asking. It's probably best to let Agathon do his thing. For close to 30 minutes, I'm left to my own devices. And then suddenly the door opens slightly and the manager leans into the room. I tense up for a second, but he just gives me an awkward smile. Anything you need? I shoo him away before he can take a closer look at my companion, and he retreats obediently. 2 minutes later, Agathon casually gets up off the floor and walks over to the sofa. He pushes his hand in between the cracks in the upholstery and fishes something out. He turns to me and nods. We're done here. Let's go. We make our way back to the elevator, passing the manager on our way. He gives me a slight, somewhat confused smile but neither him nor any of the staff get in our way. Okay, cool. I'm glad something went tacitly smoothly for once, for fuck's sake. Jesus. Alright, despite that, the elevator ride down feels tense, and the two of us only relax once we're back inside the car. He starts the engine and takes a right at the Continental Army Plaza, back onto the bridge. I'm just about to say something, but he beat me to it. That went better than expected, all things considered. It might have been a trick of the light, but I'm pretty sure I just saw him smile. I'm used to working alone, but what I'm dealing with right now, it might require some assistance. You seem capable enough. Fuck, okay. Thanks, I guess, is my first choice. Found what you came for? I can do more, you know. So, I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage and run to grab a new one because can't be having dry drinks in here. So, put your choice in the chat while I run off. I'm sorry this has been such a helter-skelter stream tonight, y'all. 1, 2, or 3. Alright, y'all. Sorry about that. Thanks. So, I'm guessing that you found what you came for. Sort of. Enough to continue the search at any rate. That seems to deplete his social battery for the night. We drive the rest of the way in silence. It doesn't take us long to reach the Warlock's hideout. Agathon waves at me absent-mindedly and, once again, is lost in his own thoughts. Hopelessly so. One of these nights I should probably take him up on his offer. Who knows? If I gain his trust, maybe I can actually break through that stoic facade and meet the man underneath. Alrighty. So, we made our new friend. Yay. So, now we have old business to attend to. Knock off Edward Cullen in Faith and Myth. We can go back to the church with the fucking priest that definitely almost killed us with his holiness and talk to this blowhard some more. We can go see the reporter and find out why he's still stalking Sophie's apartment after I told him to knock it the fuck off. Or we could go see Manic Pixie, I want her to be my girlfriend and also eat my face. Hope's boss. We go see Hope's boss. I know I simp for her, I can't help it. She's my favorite voice to do too. Alright. Nosy reporter it is. Received. Alright. A nosy reporter. I've taken care of Frank Doherty, but apparently there's still someone stalking Sophie's apartment. He's not that stupid, is he? The weather is cold and windy as I walk to Sophie's apartment. As a vampire, it doesn't really matter that much anymore, but I've been saddled with this eternal hunger. At least I can ignore the wind chill. Just as I come to the door of Sophie's building, she storms out, murmuring into her phone. Yes, I know. Don't worry. I trust you to handle it. I've heard Sophie talk to her associates before. It's always the same. Generalities and vague suggestions. Makes me think she's involved in mysterious machinations, yet never tells me anything. I know we almost die with hope, but it's so much fun while it's happening. Sophie is dressed to kill, but there's nothing unusual in that. She likes to make an impression. A black car with tinted windows is waiting for her in front of the door. A chauffeur steps out to open the car door for her. She notices me. Fucking finally. I'm glad you were in the neighborhood. If you could look around for me one more time, that would be wonderful, she says in her very soft-spoken way. You told me you'd gotten rid of that reporter. Turns out, he's still here, snooping around. Sophie is very good at communicating her disappointment in the breaths between words. She doesn't have to do much to make it clear that she's unhappy to have to return to the issue. So, choices are, I thought he was gone. I'm sorry. And I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it seems the most capable. Oh yeah, we're fucking grounded. Like, Big Mama gave us a house and a car, and we can't get rid of one pesky reporter. Like, we're fucking it up. I'll take care of it. After tonight, he won't trouble you anymore. Good. Don't disappoint me, she says. The reporter talked his way into the building during the day. Once the doorman understood what was happening, he threw him out. He showed old pictures of me to my neighbors. It's very awkward, you understand. She disappears into the car and the chauffeur closes the door behind her. I watch the sleek vehicle disappear into the Manhattan traffic, and it's just one more anonymous car among many. Best to sit down somewhere and devise a plan of action. I go to a nearby diner and settle down into a booth. I order a coffee from the steely-eyed Latino waitress. She brings me my cup, and I describe Frank Doherty to her in the off chance that she's seen something. Just as she's about to answer, I happen to look outside. Something catches my eye. The diner is brightly lit, so I lean closer to the window to see the street through it. I got lucky. Frank is standing on the sidewalk on the other side of the street, looking at something on his phone. I slide out of the booth, throwing a few small bills on the table. Mumbling something to the waitress, I step outside. I am absolutely not going to yell at him and tell him to stop so he can try to run his fat ass somewhere. We're not doing that. First off, as a fellow fat ass, you don't startle us like that. Also, I want to murder him. Eat his face. And if I want to do that, I need to follow him covertly. So, I'm going to make this decision for us. We're going to follow him covertly. For a reporter, Frank isn't that terribly observant. I keep my distance, hiding behind people and cars, and he doesn't look around very much. It seems like he wants to find a private nook to inspect the photos that he took tonight. And alley. He ducks in. I follow.
Oh God! It's you again! Please! I'm working on a different story, I swear!
Frank retreats deeper into the alley. Good job, Frank. Please continue to retreat further into the deep, dark alley, please. So, my choices are, let's have a friendly chat. I know why you're here. It's fine, Frank. What you think? Any opinions in the chat? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know. Because I might eat this dude. If there's no, like, he doesn't have that shit, like, backed up, there's no one that's gonna upload it on the back end, then we're gonna eat Frank. Because Frank should have just fucked off like I told him to. I like the way you guys think. It's fine, Frank. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot last time.
Yeah.
Frank appears relieved and even smiles a little. Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry I tried to bullshit ya. Just let me tell you how I can help ya.
Alright, so choices are, I thought we agreed that there's no story. Your employer trusts you too much. And why are you here? I'll let y'all answer 1, 2, or 3. I know, fucking dun. Because why the fuck is he here? That's my choice. 3 is my choice. I'm sorry. How many fingers do I have? Too many. 3 is my choice. Yeah. 1. Bloom. You thought we agreed that there was no story? I thought we agreed to that too. I thought we agreed. We're split. Bloom went back. Alright, 3. You're sneaking around with a camera. Again. Why? I ask.
I'm a reporter. I report. That's my job. Look, I don't want any trouble. I can see you're serious. There's something to this Sophie Langley. I think you know what it is.
I take a long, hard look at Frank Doherty. He's a tenacious man, but not brave. After the last time we met, I was sure that he had been dealt with. Where did he find the courage to come again? So, choices are, is this worth the pain? What's your real angle? And don't you have better stories to chase? If you have an opinion, let me know. 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna ask him what his angle is. I like you, Frank. You don't give up. What's your real angle here?
Everybody plays an angle. That's one of the things you learn in my profession. You're smart. You know that there'll be others after me. If there's a real story, they'll come and find it. Your best shot is with a friendly reporter, someone who can trust. You can trust me, someone like me. So what do you say? Get ahead of the story. It'll be good for you. For Miss Langley, too.
I almost believe it. But something about Frank feels off. So, my choices are spicy. Do you have a personal interest in this? I don't know if he'll answer that. Is this about blackmail? Don't know if he'll answer that. I can presence him. And I can trust in my blood to convince him. We don't know who he's being controlled by. What do you think, chat? I think 2 or 3 is the best choice. I think I should presence him. Fuck it. Balls out. I don't say anything at first. It's easy to dismiss Frank as a joke, a has-been. Yet there's something beneath his talk, another story. A moment of silence is all I need for my presence to properly register in Frank's mind. He's too weak-willed to resist. Someone's leaning on you, Frank. Come clean.
What? No, absolutely not.
His voice sounds shrill. I know I got it right in one guess.
Sometimes I just need extra money. That's all.
My choices are spicy again. Where does this extra money come from? Now we're finally getting somewhere. Was that so difficult, Frank? Alright, someone is controlling him. Where does this extra money come from? Where does this extra money come from?
There's a guy. He's paying me. That's all. But I can't talk about that.
So, I can drink Frank dry, push Frank for information, or I can offer for Frank to work for me. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure if I have access to my previous money, so I'm not sure if I have money to offer him, but Sophie would probably pay. I can push him for the information and see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna get far by drinking him dry. I can try to get the information. He can't outrun me. I need to know who it is. I did want to eat Frank, but unfortunately now's not the time to eat Frank. I need to know who's paying him.
Come on, you can give me more than that. No, really? Even I don't know all that much about these people.
So, choices are, what do your instincts tell you? Do they pay you? Why are they interested? He's a reporter. He's been a reporter for a long time. If I push him for information while his mind snap, I don't know. If it does, maybe I can still eat him. And if it does, then I can take his camera. But he's a seasoned reporter. He might be able to tell me something just by his instincts. So I think that's the best choice. You're a reporter. What do your instincts tell you?
I'm not sure. I can't get a handle on him. I don't think it's blackmail or a business rival or an ex. Okay, that's enough. I can't tell you anything more. You gotta consider the position I'm in. So, choices are we're not done. Don't come here a third time. Ditch those guys you work for. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Let me know. Goodness gravy. Pardon me. Fuck. I do consider the position he's in. But you can tell me more. I think we're gonna lose, Frank. Alright. Well, let's see where 3 gets us. Here's some free advice. Spend less time jumping hoops at the behest of scary strangers. Life will go better for you. Fine! I'll leave her alone. I'm done with this. It was all bullshit anyway. You can tell Sophie Langley that you won't see me anymore. As Frank leaves the alley, I consider my victory. He sounded defeated, sincere. Is it really up to him whether he returns or not? Fuck. Well, that's all for this evening. Let's have a sleep. Cause I feel like letting him live's gonna be maybe a problem. I should have eaten him. Damn it. I come back to my haven after a long night out. Right before I open the door, I notice something strange. Because remember that fucking weird dude we ate here and some weird old lady popped out? Jesus. Oh, good. The sounds of television are coming from my apartment. Mad Men, if I'm not mistaken. I open the door and peek in. A young, disheveled woman is curled up on my sofa. She has a blanket pulled on top of her and seems very comfortable. Next to her lies an obviously unconscious preppy woman. Oh, great. Thank you for the spooky, scary skeletons. Oh, you're home. The woman reaches for the remote and puts Mad Men on pause. You weren't home, so I started without you, Netflix and chill. Join me. There's space on the sofa. I brought us a snack. You didn't enjoy the one I gave you before, but this one's a different type. The woman points lazily to the unconscious girl. Oh, I forgot. My name is Adelaide. Adelaide Davis. I like you a lot. Help yourself. Settle in. That's a lot. That's a lot. She's a lot. So, I can let her down gently, or I can ask her to leave. I feel like asking her to leave is going to be a stressful situation. So, maybe letting her down gently because she's already inside. I don't know what to do. There's already a half dead girl on my floor. That seems. She's already here. I don't know what to do. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, wow. Wow. Um, thank you for all you've done for me. Still, the sun is coming up soon, and you don't want to get caught here. Oh, that's so sweet. I don't mind.
I can spend the day with you. Yeah, this is gonna go bad. This is gonna go bad. Bad. It's already bad. Oh fuck. Um. So my choices are somebody might come in. We should go on a proper date first. And you're a season ahead of me, I think. I don't. Help me, please. Chat. Help me. Help me with this. One, two, or three. Help me with the stalker. I don't know what to do. She's kind of scary, y'all. Why is there a fox? It's a whole fox. I don't know if that fox is dead. Does it look dead to you? I'm not sure. I'm stressed. There's no music. Why is it so quiet? What are these choices? I know. What are these choices? Somebody might come in. Bitch, you are out. She's in my house. We should go on a proper date. Uh, uh, uh. And like we talked about the TV. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Uh, we should go on a date first. I don't want to go on a date with her. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Somebody might come in. No, who's gonna come in? Except for the fucking half dead girl. Stalkers are bad. I know stalkers are bad. And now she already knows how to get in. I don't have nowhere else to live. Because if I say she's a season ahead, she's just gonna offer to go back. I'm not into it. Uh, we should go on a proper date first. I don't know. I'm so upset. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take the middle ground. We should go on a like proper date first. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Adelaide bounces up, clearly caught up in the idea. I picked the wrong choice, y'all. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, the door to my apartment opens. Someone with a key. It's Sophie. Because of course it fucking has to be her. They know each other. This is good. Adelaide Davis. The Curse of Snug Harbor in the flesh. This is a new low for you, fledgling. Mom's not thrilled with our guest. Adelaide looks at Sophie murderously before fading from view. I hate it when they disappear. They should have enough manners to slink away in embarrassment so we can all enjoy it. Sophie waits for Adelaide's shape to leave the apartment before she speaks again. The Clan of the Moon. Did I not advise caution when dealing with them? As I watch, Sophie makes a phone call. 10 minutes later, two of her servants arrive to remove the unconscious girl sprawled on my sofa. You clearly need my help. It won't happen tonight, but let me see if I can resolve your stalker problem. For real. I'm left to wonder what Sophie meant by that as she leaves my haven. Great, great. That one's so good, guys. That one's so good. That one's so good. So good. Oh god, no. Okay.
I don't want to go handle my stalker problem right now. I'm stressed about that. We can leave that for later. So, I can go and handle Agathon's problem. Juno and Agathon. Juno, the notes. I find the mystery of Agathon's research tantalizing enough to pay him a visit. I can go see knockoff Edward Cullen again. I can go see Hope. I can go help D'Angelo with the murders. Or I can go and do a favor. So, I did not let y'all choose the night's first action. So, I will let you choose now if you want to. Let's do Juno and Agathon 1, Hope 2, or D'Angelo 3. Agathon 1, Hope 2, D'Angelo 3. I have to stop setting things on the edge of this table. Never works out for me. Pardon my lean. You want to go help with the murders, Gloop? Alright. As I leave my haven, a homeless man bumps into me. I turn after him, but he blends into the crowd before I can even get a good look at his face. Instinctively, I check my pocket. A note. Looking at Manhattan Bridge. Come over. D. Knowing there are only so many places with a good enough view of the Manhattan Bridge, I decide to check the ones that aren't likely to be crowded at this time of night. It doesn't take long before I hit the jackpot. Jane's Carousel. As I'm walking along the pier, I notice a lonely figure sitting on a bench, steel flask in hand, his legs up on the railing. Soon enough, I hear a familiar voice. Evening turned to night, and as the final flickering rays of sunlight gave way to the kind nocturnal shadows, so did the last of the jabbering tourists give way to blessed silence. And yet, I couldn't shake the feeling. Pausing mid-sentence, he leans back over the bench backrest and looks straight at me, upside down. His face looks even creepier than usual. That I wasn't alone. So, choices are, what is it with you and the narrating? What's in the flask? I'm not worried about his narrating. It's cute. What's in the flask? I want some. Sharesies. He's my partner. That flask. Is that what I think it is? Depends on what you think. It's a little something from my private reserve. Call it the Drunken Sailor, because that's probably where it came from. He takes a sip and then points the flask in my general direction. Want some? Fucking yeah, I do. Sure. Why not? I smell the contents of the flask and immediately recoil. Even if it wasn't for the nasty whiff of cheap booze, the underlying scent of blood underneath isn't appetizing at all, either. You know what? I'll pass. You won't hear me complaining. Not about that, anyway. There's been another one. Killing, I mean. Down by the docks. So, choices are, say memo. Get anything to bring me along? I'm just gonna ask him about that memo. Say memo, the blood, the graffiti. Yup, it's our gal, alright. Victim sucked dry, same as before. Another sign on the wall, something about impending doom, and oh lord, he coming. The particulars, they escape me. You know, That night I saw her, she looked so frail, so innocent. Deep inside, I'd hoping she'd be spooked, get out of town, and maybe, just maybe, that would be the end of it. But that's me, hopelessly optimistic.
Choices are, you know why she's doing it. So, what's the plan? Any idea where she is? I think so. What's the plan is the best choice. Okay, so what's the plan?
The plan is
He stops mid sentence, taking a swig of liquid courage.
we stop her at any cost. I'd rather it not involve killing the girl, but I'm starting to think that ship has already sailed.
Another swig. And I'm not sure how much of this is genuine and how much of it's an act, but still, he's starting to worry me a little bit.
So anyway, I've set up a meeting. Neutral ground, public space, shouldn't get too ugly. Still, I was hoping you could tag along.
Who are we meeting? Okay, so who are we meeting? He takes another compulsive swig.
Better strap in, 'cause this one's a doozy.
Just fucking tell me! I'm glad we agree. Oh, for crying out loud, just fucking tell me. Who are we meeting?
Valerie.
Ugh. I guess that took the wind out of my sails a little bit. She's not very nice. So, choices here are, because he didn't stutter. I heard him. That murderous bitch from last time, and better put down the flask. What y'all think? Y'all have an opinion? 1, 2, or 3? If you do, let me know. I'm gonna lubricate. Valerie, as in that murderous bitch Valerie, likes to choke people out for the fuck of it Valerie, that Valerie.
You ever notice if you repeat a word enough times, it just starts to sound like animal noises?
Yes. I fucking notice that shit all the time.
But yeah, that Valerie. I know you two didn't exactly hit it off, but she's not as bad as you might think. I mean, in some respects, she's probably worse, but she can be reasoned with.
Once again, he goes for the flask, but stops himself mid-motion.
Look, the way I see it, we ain't got a choice.
I think he likes us too.
As much as I want to help Sana, she clearly a few bats short of a belfry. More people are gonna die unless we do something about it.
So, choices are, I get it, lesser of two evils. Still don't like it. Think Valerie can be trusted. If he didn't think she could be at least a little bit trusted, we wouldn't be going here. I can just tell him I get it. We get it. Alright, fine. I get it. Lesser of two evils. Lead the way then. Sorry. I went without you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. I won't do it again.
I like your attitude, kid. I know it sucks, but hey, there's one thing life has taught me. You don't always get what you want.
Noticeably proud of his words of wisdom, he tries to top them off with one last swig. A single drop falls between his crooked teeth. He looks at the empty flask with the utmost contempt. I feel that.
Well, ain't that fucking poignant? Muttering a curse under his breath, he makes a valiant effort to get up off the bench. As he staggers, struggling to remain upright, I offer him a shoulder to lean on. He shoots me a smile that's as crooked as it is affectionate. D'Angelo likes us. Hey, kid. I meet his gaze, trying to look friendly rather than condescending. You're alright. And with that heartfelt moment, we bid adieu to the sprawling vista and make our way towards the bridge. Next stop, Manhattan. Ooh, look at this creepy scene. I like this art. This is pretty. Entering the park from Midtown Manhattan, we promptly take a spot by one of the alleys, not very deep into the park. Minutes pass 5, 10, 15. I start to wonder if she's ever gonna show up. Suddenly, I hear a familiar voice, but with an unfamiliar tone. She sounds almost nice. Hello, Ginny! And there she is, walking along the side of the fountain. She looks less out of place here than back at that junkie-infested hovel, but only by a slight margin. Something tells me that there are only so many places she would feel at home. Probably not ones I would want to find myself in. Val. She glances over at me, barely noting my presence. Sorry about last time. Nothing personal, you understand. When I get caught up in the moment, I can get a bit intense. I can attest to that. So, I can choose get a room, you two. I don't think I want to do that. I can point out that she's late, which also feels like getting off on the wrong foot, or I can just say, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Sorry, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Let me know what y'all think. 1, 2, or 3. I think a spider bit me on my face. The hazards of having an office in your basement. Oh no! I hope your power doesn't go out. That sucks. What region are you in, Bloom, if you don't mind me asking? We're in the Midwest US, so we get some pretty wicked winds around these parts. All right, 3. Play nice, you two. We do have some business to discuss, I try to say. All work and no play, huh? Why not? She turns to D'Angelo and flutters her eyelashes. I can tell that she doesn't see me as her equal, but this come hither routine is getting kinda unnerving. Lay it on me, sugar. So, I can say it's about Sana, or we have a proposition for you. Do we have a proposition? Is this a proposition? Do we have a proposition? Did I miss something? I don't even know what our fucking plan is. She's not gonna be thrilled. But she wants some foreplay, so maybe we don't just get right to it.
Canada, BC mountain town. Our region and the surrounding have been pelted by heavy rains, and we had road closures and localized flooding with avalanche warnings. Oh my goodness, gravy! That is definitely stressful, Gloom. I hope that everybody in your region can stay safe. That is stressful. I know that some parts of Canada are really, because it's fucking huge, disparate from one another, and there's a lot of not shit in between. So, man, I hope y'all can stay safe. I hope that the weather doesn't get too terrible. We have a mutually beneficial proposition for you. Does the pup speak for you, Ginny? She asks incredulously. Because I'm getting a weird sorcerer's apprentice vibe right now. Give the kid a break, Val. We're here about Sana, the thin blood you're after. The girl's a threat. We need to find her. Figured we can do it faster if we work together. Uh-huh. Keep going, honey. Because I have a feeling that there's a catch coming.